Now, we've got new figures out today through Freedom of Information, blowouts in the NDIS. The Australian publishes today. The number of participants on plans worth $1 million a year has more than doubled in the past 2 years. NDIS costs have now blown out to $42 billion. Look, it can't keep going. I should make the point here that that money, Nick, is not going to an individual. That money is going toward the care of that individual. But these numbers must have, if it doesn't, there's a problem, Bill Shorten laying awake at night. How are we going to rein that in?
Well, look, as you recall, Steve, it was the Gillard government that set up the NDIS, and it was, I think, an extraordinary bit of new social reform for Australia. But the costs have grown enormously, and, you know, it's on track to be the biggest single expenditure item in the budget. So I think Bill Shorten's very across that and very, you know, good operator, and so they are taking moves to get it under control, and that needs to happen.
Amanda, I want to talk to you about this crazy idea out of the IR legislation where the government says you've got a right to disconnect. Now, the Greens managed to sneak through criminal penalties into that IR bill, meaning bosses, even you, me, could face jail if we ring one of our staff outside work hours. These people are not living in the real world, Amanda.
Well, they're not. And what's concerning is that the Labor government either knew about that, right, and let it get through, which means they hate small business, or they didn't read every single piece of amendments before they pushed it through, which means they don't care enough about the small business community in Australia, the hundreds and thousands of them, to actually take the time and listen to their cries and call-outs and read every single thing. And now we've got this schmozzle where people literally could go to prison and be fined an extraordinary amount of money. And don't forget, small business owners, 2/3 of them don't even know about the change in this legislation because there was no money spent in educating the community on, hey, this is what we're trying to do and this is how it'll impact you. And there was no economic modelling done on it.
Nick, have you got any cash in your pocket?
No, I don't.
Cash?
Not anymore,
See, Bob
no.
Catter, he tried to buy a coffee at the Parliament House Cafe at a $50 note. And I mean, seriously, cash is, surely you have to be able to spend cash.
Well, look, I actually do take cash out of the ATM to give to my kids so that they can actually learn what cash is and that it's not just, you know, points in a computer game. It's actually something that is real. But look, Australians have embraced cashless society because it's just so convenient. You know, we're all about lightweighting ourselves, aren't we?
COVID did it for us. Amanda, thanks for joining us. And Nick, also, thank you for joining us.